What's up, FlickPop Nation? Get ready, because we're kicking things off with a bang. President Donald Trump is making waves with a grand state visit to the United Kingdom, set to be hosted by King Charles III. This isn't just about royal pomp and circumstance. It's a pivotal moment for diplomacy and perhaps a nod to a long-standing connection between the two figures. But the action doesn't stop there. Donald Trump is also looking to shake up the financial reporting landscape. He's proposing a significant change that could alter how publicly traded companies under the SEC report their results, moving away from quarterly updates to a less frequent, semi-annual system. This could have major implications for how businesses operate and how investors receive information. And get this, the fate of a major social media platform hangs in the balance. A framework deal for TikTok's future operations in the United States appears to have been reached, with President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping slated to finalize the details this Friday. This could mean a massive shift for the popular app and its users. We're breaking down all the intricate details of these massive stories and what they mean for you. Stick around for the full scoop. And hey, if you're loving this rapid-fire news update, make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you never miss a moment of FlickPop. President Trump's royal welcome, a deep dive into the UK state visit. Prepare for a spectacle of unparalleled grandeur as President Donald Trump embarks on a state visit to the United Kingdom, hosted by King Charles III. This visit marks a rare occasion, especially for a second-term U.S. president, and is steeped in rich historical context. It's an opportunity for Trump, who has long admired the British royal family, to receive a validation of sorts, complete with military honors and a state banquet. The intricate planning, orchestrated with the help of figures like the now-dismissed Ambassador Peter Mandelson, highlights the diplomatic efforts to manage the special relationship during a sensitive time, especially with ongoing global challenges and domestic political pressures in the UK. The fanfare is undeniable, from carriage processions and troop inspections at Windsor Castle to a special tour for First Lady Melania Trump with Queen Camilla and the Princess of Wales, Catherine. Beyond the pageantry, the visit includes crucial discussions with Prime Minister Keir Starmer, focusing on trade deals, including a recent nuclear energy agreement and complex geopolitical issues like the war in Ukraine. The visit also occurs amidst broader discussions surrounding political figures like Elon Musk and scandals involving individuals like Jeffrey Epstein, adding layers of intrigue to the diplomatic proceedings. Public reaction is a mix of anticipation for the historical significance and scrutiny of the political undertones. Analysts are watching closely to see how this visit impacts UK-US relations and Starmer's domestic standing, especially given the backdrop of global events and the unique nature of Trump's relationship with the British monarchy, which dates back decades. Don't go anywhere, because the stakes are incredibly high and the details are even more fascinating. Next, we're shifting gears to explore a proposal that could reshape the entire financial market landscape, and it involves President Trump again. Trump's bold move, shaking up corporate reporting standards. President Donald Trump is proposing a seismic shift in the financial world, advocating for a move away from quarterly earnings reports to a semi-annual system. This proposal, shared on Truth Social, suggests that public companies should report their results every 6 months instead of every 3, a move Trump believes will save money and allow management to focus on long-term strategy rather than short-term quarterly targets. This aligns with a sentiment that the U.S. approach is too short-sighted compared to countries like China and the EU, which already have less frequent reporting requirements for certain periods. The implications of this change are vast. Proponents argue it could foster better long-term planning and reduce the pressure on companies to meet immediate financial benchmarks, potentially leading to more sustainable growth. However, critics, like market strategists, argue that the transparency and timely information provided by quarterly reports are crucial for investors, and that reducing frequency could create more difficulties than benefits. The debate touches upon the core principles of market transparency and investor confidence, with comparisons drawn to systems in Europe and China. Audience impact. This potential overhaul has sparked considerable debate among financial experts and investors, with many weighing the benefits of reduced reporting burdens against the established value of consistent, timely financial disclosures. The SEC's stance will be critical in determining the future of corporate transparency. But the financial world isn't the only arena where President Trump is making headlines. Get ready for a story that could determine the future of a massive social media platform and its connection to China. TikTok's future hangs in the balance, a US-China deal framework. A significant development has emerged regarding the future of the popular social media app TikTok in the United States, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent announcing a framework deal has been reached with China. This agreement, brokered during US-China trade talks, reportedly involves commercial terms that have been agreed upon by the private parties involved. The critical next step involves President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping, who are set to finalize the details this Friday. This comes as TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, faces a looming September 17th deadline to divest its U.S. operations or face a potential shutdown. The potential deal could lead to U.S.-controlled ownership of the platform, a move that has been a major point of contention due to national security concerns. China's lead trade negotiator has confirmed the framework, urging the U.S. to cease suppressing Chinese companies. This situation is further complicated by ongoing trade tensions between the two nations and previous executive orders by President Trump that have extended the deadline for a resolution. While Trump has previously indicated a willingness to work with specific wealthy individuals or entities to facilitate a sale, the identities and specifics of the potential buyers remain a subject of intense speculation. Audience impact. Users, creators, and businesses relying on TikTok are eagerly awaiting the outcome of these negotiations, with widespread concern about potential disruptions. The resolution of this framework deal is being closely watched globally as a bellwether for US-China relations and the future of digital platforms operating across international borders. We're not done yet. We've got one more major story that could impact how businesses operate and how we access information online. Stay tuned. Trump's push for semi-annual reports, a new era for corporate disclosure. President Donald Trump is reigniting a debate that could fundamentally alter the rhythm of corporate America, proposing a switch from quarterly to semi-annual earnings reports. In a recent Truth Social post, Trump argued that shifting to a 6-month reporting cycle would not only save companies money, but also allow management to concentrate on strategic, long-term operations rather than the immediate pressures of quarterly targets. This perspective echoes sentiments that U.S. businesses are too focused on short-term gains, a contrast he drew with China's longer-term strategic view. This isn't the first time Trump has shown interest in this idea. He previously asked the SEC to study the issue during his first term. The implications are significant, potentially influencing how investors receive and interpret financial data. While figures like Warren Buffett and Jamie Dimon have previously supported reducing quarterly guidance, the idea of extending formal earnings reports is met with varied reactions. Supporters of the current system emphasize the importance of timely transparency for investors, arguing that waiting 6 months for official results could lead to increased market uncertainty and difficulties. The SEC holds the power to enact such a change through a majority vote, and with a Republican majority, Trump's directive carries considerable weight, though the SEC traditionally maintains a degree of independence. Audience impact. This potential shift has financial analysts and market watchers divided. Some believe it could foster a healthier focus on long-term growth, while others fear it might reduce transparency and create a less informed investment environment. The SEC's decision will be pivotal in shaping the future of financial disclosure. And that brings us to the end of our deep dives for today. But don't click away just yet. We've got a quick recap and a massive call to action coming right up. Wow, what a news blitz. We covered President Donald Trump's lavish state visit to the UK with King Charles III, his proposal to change corporate reporting from quarterly to semi-annual, and a potential framework deal for TikTok's future with China. We also explored the intricate details of those seismic shifts. If you loved this high-energy update, smash that like button, subscribe to FlickPop for more, ring that notification bell so you never miss a story, and drop a comment below telling us which story had you on the edge of your seat. And for all the breaking news and exclusive content, follow us on all our social media channels.